Welcome to Stylist Closet. My name is Justina Vob. I'm a personal stylist. Today I would like to take you through the capsular wardrobe shoes. I will be talking about the 5 different pairs which every stylish woman should have in their wardrobe to feel stylish and feel confident. Most of the experts in fashion industry will agree that when you look at somebody, you recognize their style by 3 essential things, which is coat, shoes and bag. So let me sort it out for you today and give you a few tips and tricks around how to make sure that the shoes you spend your money on, the shoes you choose on a daily basis, they're stylish and they actually serve you the best way possible. So the first from our list is definitely the black loafers. The shoes which make you feel comfortable because they're flat and you can literally wear them for any occasion, but as well you can mix them and match with any color of your clothing. The second pair of shoes I definitely recommend you to have is a nude shoes. You decide if they're flat or if they have a bit of heel, or it's your decision, wherever make you feel comfortable, but the color really matters. Why? Here I show you the example based on your flat white and flat black and your nude shoes. So the idea of the nude shoes is that those shoes will elongate your leg because they are the same or very similar shade of your legs, and you don't have this like cutting element which you will do with your black shoes, especially when you go to those events when you know that there will be loads of pictures, you'll be looking at those pictures after and you really want to make the best impression and look the best way possible. Think about this color, because this, like, as well with the light of the camera, it wouldn't really catch your legs. It will make them flow from the very top to the very bottom and they will look the best way possible. And especially if you wear a dress or if you wear a skirt, that color is the must. The second very important thing about having your flat shoes is look at those two. They're almost the same size. This is 39, this is 40. Think about where they end and how much of your skin they show. And again, this is me talking about the proportion and talking about the importance of showing a bit of your skin, because longer they are, they catch your leg and then your legs will look shorter. However, if they're cream like that, you don't have to worry that much because the elongation element is still there. But if you decide to choose the black shoes because you don't really like the the light color shoes, then you have to worry about that element of cutting your leg. So the longer this element is here, then your leg will look shorter, like optically will appear shorter. So ideally you want to have shoes like that. If you compare, again, I'm going to show you the previous one. If you compare those two, look at the difference, how long it is. And I'm gonna just put here, okay, so just so you see, like, they are way longer than those. So it's all to do with your personal style. How do you choose them, which one you like best, and of course that's all matters. But we do want to make sure that the shoes we choose, they actually serve our body type the best way possible. So those will be the first 2 pair of shoes. Before I go to the next pair, I want to talk as well about importance of having a bag match with your shoes. And I have to say that many times when I meet with my clients personally and when we do fashion workshops, this question comes up a lot. So you will be asking, is that still necessary to have your bag and your shoes match, having the same color? So it's not, and it is. So it really depends what your style is. Before, that was like gold rule, especially when you were going to wedding or big parties like family parties. So having your shoes matching the bag was like so important. Now it's not a case anymore. You are very free in terms of deciding what's the color and how you actually match them. But I'm just talking here about the practical element, because if you have a beautiful shoes like that which can take you everywhere and you match them with this beautiful bag from Guess, any outfit you choose, even if you decide to choose as colorful dress as I have on today, it will be harder for me to match shoes and bag with that dress because it already has loads of colors. I could go with this or I could go with the cream shoes and it will definitely look good. So those 2 pair of shoes will be definitely your best friends. Then the third pair of shoes, I always advise to have a stilettos. and you decide how high you want those shoes to be. Here the example is of the animal print. I consider animal print as the timeless shoes, and it doesn't matter, like they are trendy, you know, from now, like last year they were very trendy, so they're kind of coming back, but still they've been around for so long that for most of the personal stylists and for most of the people, they became like, you know, this iconic timeless element. So if you have animal shoes, and here for those of you who don't really like match your shoes with your bag, here is a trick which you can do. So I have that bag which is from Nina West, and it has this animal print here, and I have the same print on my shoes, so I thought that would be a cool thing to show you. When choosing your pair number 3, so when you're deciding on your high heels, especially if you are this person who don't really like heels and you don't wear them that often, still I recommend to have one pair, because you never know when somebody invites you for a wedding, you never know when somebody invites you for a date, you never know when you will have that, you know, special occasion when you will wear heels. And the last thing you can do, the worst thing you can do, is to buy a new heels and, you know, go in the new heels for an important event or party, especially if you don't like heels. That would be a disaster. So it's good to buy them before, you know, try them on to see if they work for you or not, and, you know, wear them a bit, so that way they definitely feel more comfortable when you wear them for that special occasion. And here, a very important thing for choosing your heels is to decide what is the heel, decide on your heel. So of course the height of your heel, that's all down to you. It really depends what make you feel comfortable, but please do the one favor to me: don't wear too high heels, the ones which you cannot really, you know, walk in. This is just not worth it. But the thing which I can help you with is definitely how thin or how thick is your heel. And I will advise, again, here is me talking about the proportion and the body size. I will advise you to think about your body size. So here will be an example for a plus size lady. You definitely want to look very comfortable, feel very comfortable in the shoes, and you will look very proportional, all put together, and you just gonna look amazing. But if you are more like petite person, and you definitely can choose the heel like that. You decide it would be that high, or maybe you just want to have the super animal print high heels. Now, another trick for those of you who says, I just love heels, but you know, times when I've been wearing them is like gone forever because I just don't feel comfortable at all. I would advise to use that trick. For the past 2 years, the see-through heel, the see-through chunky heel, it's very trendy. And the good thing about the chunky heel is that they give you more balance and they're more comfortable than the classical stilettos. And because there are see-through, the chunkiness element is actually, you know, hidden, is not that visible. And here, this is actually those shoes I have from Primark, size 38, and they added this sparking element, so it's kind of nice for party, summerish. The pair 3 done. Let's talk about pair number 4. I know the winter season is almost over, but some of us live in the countries where the boots are in use for most of the season, and even though you live somewhere where you wouldn't really be using your boots for you know, rest of the year, it's good to do that wardrobe review after the winter season, so now at least you know which of them keep for next year or which of them you can get rid of. So definitely the idea about showing your skin as much as possible, it's so relevant for your boots as well. For those boots, there are high heels, so even though they cut my leg a bit because of that closing, the heel will do the work. But if you think about the more flatter boots, and they're very high over here, so they will hide your ankle, they will cut your leg, so your leg will look shorter, and the moment when it looks shorter, it looks more bulkier. So it's not that flattering as you would like it to be. What you could do, you could think about having tights with exactly the same color as your boots. So we have this element of, you know, having the navy shoes elevating our leg, and that will be the same if you keep the color of the shoe for the overall leg. You know, you're gonna keep the momentum, as they say. But if that's not the case, if you don't like ties, even if you don't wear them, any shoes which ends between your ankle and between your knee, that's like, think twice. And if you have those shoes and you don't feel comfortable in them, you know why? Because they catch your leg and your legs don't look proportional and you just don't feel yourself, so you just get rid of them. But what else you could do? You could have a knee boots. Those shoes, it's always a good choice. Doesn't matter your height, doesn't matter your size. Anything which ends at your knee and above your knee, that's super feminine, and you're definitely gonna look good in them as long as you have a good heel. And last but not least, of course, trainers. For me, every stylish woman should have a pair of Converse in their wardrobe. I'm not really advertising Converse here. I just think that really timeless. They work with anything, and I really love the fact that now, you know, we break the rules and we wear them with dresses, with skirts, with literally anything. So Converse, if not Converse, think about any trainer shoes. A white one, they are always a good choice. You can have them as chunkier as you want because that's very trendy now, but as well, think about the proportion, don't go too crazy. So that's the 5 pairs. The last thing I want to mention here for you as my advice when it comes to buying the shoes, the moment when you choose your the best 5 you have in your wardrobe, the timeless shoes, and if you want to add another one, or if you go for shopping and if you want to buy some trendy shoes, the example will be like these chunky shoes. They are very trendy those days, and you're definitely gonna see them a lot on the street. Ask yourself a question. You like them today? It could be because they're on the first pages of the fashion magazines, but will you still wear them when they're not that trendy? So, you know, that's kind of, you know, question which only you know the best answer. And if you say, yes, I like trends and I'm just gonna buy them anyway, maybe think about the investment. If you want to buy the Dr. Martens shoes, which are super cool but they're super expensive as well, if you're not the Vans lover, like why would you buy them and why would you spend so much money? So again, that's just a tip from my side. That's it from me. I really enjoy talking about shoes to you, maybe because I have like loads. Thank you so much for watching this, for being here with me. I hope you enjoyed. Please add the comment and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And next week we're gonna talk about another item from your capsular wardrobe. Let me know if there's anything particular you want to talk about. This week you choose shoes. Let's see what else we can talk about next week. Have an amazing week, and most important, stay positive and stay safe. And I talk to you next week.